stop and ask you what it looked like to you and what you saw then?
Is
Looked
just like that.
What was that like to see something that, like that?
Well, I've never seen nothing like it. I wouldn't have any idea of what it was. I was in charge of a turret 3 and 4. We had 16-inch guns on, and after the bomb, we went back aboard, and I bore sighted the guns to see what it done to them. But the deck was just like an ocean. It was buckled up 3-foot waves, and looked like somebody had sat down on the mast and twisted and shoved it down in the ship. And we went back aboard and lived on and cleaned it up the best we could to prepare it for the next bomb.
Which would be how long away?
It was about 30 days. I went back aboard the ship, and we lived on K rations. We didn't have a mess hall, but we're drinking this water, which is contaminated. They're running it through the evaporators, but you can't get that out of it. And bathing in it, and all they had was a Geiger counter there, and they would go around and check us if we had radiation in our clothes. Why, they'd have us go take a shower while you're showering in the water that's contaminated, and put on some different clothes and go back to work cleaning it up.
Now, had they told you anything about radiation poisoning? Did you guys even know? No.
They didn't say anything. That it's just like he said, that they'd tell us what to do and tell us nothing's going to happen to us. But they didn't know either. I mean, in fact, the Atomic Energy Commission wrote me a letter and told me that I have lived over 50 years. I must not have got much radiation. And then on down at the end of the letter, they said they figured that I had 0.05% or something like that. And but there again, 18 years later, why, they had more sophisticated equipment and they could measure radiation. But we brought the USS Botany back to Frisco at Hunters Point and decommissioned it, scraped it and wire brushed it, and they give it a clearance. I think it was in December of that year, and put it in mothballs. But then they found out, I don't know what they ever done with the ship after that, but they found out that they couldn't get the radiation out of metal because it has pores just like your skin. And they sandblast it and brush it and everything else, and the radiation stays there.
So what kind of symptoms have you had throughout your life then?
Well, I'm allergic to plastic, metal, animal hair, blood.
What happens?
If I was to go out and kill a deer and dress it out, My eyes had swelled shut.
And that didn't happen before you?
No. And I've had some. I think I've prevented having cancer. I had my saliva gland was giving me problems and swelling up, and I was scared of cancer, so I went down to Casper and had that removed. I've had skin cancer on my nose and face. I had the prostate taken care of.
And you think just because of this experience, you were scared of cancer, and so you were preventative kind of thing? Yeah.
And my legs used to break out and weep. What do they call it? They called it
Eczema?
a what?
Eczema? Or psoriasis?
Psoriasis or something.
When you mean weep, they would just kind of like ease
Yeah, they go to itching and you just break out.
fluid and stuff?
Yeah.
The hands do that.
Yeah, my hands was doing the same thing, and I went to a doctor there in Lander, and she was treating it for athletes. But I went to Casper or to Billings, and went to the hospital there the next day, and I had blood poison going up my arm from it. And doctor said I was lucky to get in there, and when I did. But I had to wear white gloves and treated them. But I kind of worked over that, I guess, and it wasn't as bad, you know.
Yeah. You were never able to get disability for this because you left the hospital, so what is
Yeah, well, they're saying that I've lived over 50 years, I should be okay, you know.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think that I should have had a disability, and I think they should still take care of me. But they're wanting me to buy my pills and everything, or pay a prescription fee. Clinton got that raised up from $4 to $9, I think it was.
What pills do you take? Is it something radiation related, or what is it?
No.
Just
Well, I take my feet sting and burn like they're on fire all the time, and my hands, and it's been that way for quite a while.